I love that. I thought it was interesting that Yawabawa did something very similar to what Aizen did. He's like, everything that you thought you was doing because you were doing it, that's not you. I did it. I foresaw all this. I put everything into motion to be here in this moment to do exactly what we're about to do. And you have no clue. And Ichigo, just like that, fell for the trap card, bro. He fell for the trap card. And as soon as he touched that sword, he did the one thing that he wasn't supposed to do. I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was poetic. I love that he's like, the only person who actually could have done this was you. And you're here right where I needed you to be with all the parts that I needed you to have. It was like, damn, bro. Did did the Almighty really just pull an Aizen on you? How many times are you gonna fall for this, Ichigo? But it's one of those things like it's not his fault. I truly believe, and I have very little basis for this, but I think Ichibei, the dude with the paint, with the all black, I think he fucking knows what's going on. I think he knows exactly what's going on. And he was like, I'm gonna make my effort to stop it. But if I don't stop it, Ichigo's gonna have to go fight him. And if Ichigo go fight him, I feel like he has a plan. I feel like there's something already in motion or already enacted because I do see that Almighty and his daddy, they got the same looking eyes. So if he says, I foresaw, Aizen says, I put you here, I made you do this, and the Soul King got the same fucking eyes as the Almighty. It's like the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, and now we just fucking cooking some biblical shit. So I'm excited to see what they're gonna do with it. I want to know what Squad Zero is hiding or what they know because there's more than meets the eyes. I want to know if Aizen is gonna come up and take part of this because I do feel like Aizen is a very natural enemy to the Almighty because of the way Aizen's powers work versus the all-seeing eye sees too much. It really works against each other. So I want to see what we're gonna do. I want to see what we're doing when it comes to Bleach. And last but not least, on the tip that we're about to end on, Uzumaki. Let me tell you about this show, Uzumaki. This disgusting ass show. This creepy ass shit, boy. I don't know what the actual fuck is ever going on in this show. No, I'm lying. I do know what's going on in this show, and it's disgusting. It's weird, but it's honestly beautiful. It's fucking beautiful. I do see that animation didn't get much better. Frankly, I don't care. But this episode 3 has been one of the most disgusting, incomprehensible, stomach churning pieces of anime I've ever watched in my whole life. The mom with the ear thing, oh my god. I just knew, I knew when the episode started and they're talking about the cochlea and that it's a spiral. I was like, that thing's coming out the ear. I was like, I just know she's gonna do it. Now, of all the ways I thought she was gonna do it, I thought she would dig into her ear with her fucking hands and like rip it out, right? But she didn't do that. She took a pair of scissors. Gross. Absolutely gross. The mosquito ladies was actually funny as all shit, but gross in its own right. Do you really want to know the thing that disgusted me the most? It was the placenta mushroom. The placenta mushroom sent chills up my spine, and then the baby's going back into the womb. I gagged again. I literally gagged. I gagged in the reaction, and I'm gagging now. Sorry. I'm gagging now thinking about it because it's so fucking gross. It's so gross. It's so nasty. Ah! Oh my god. It was too much. Too much but hilarious. My big thing with Uzumaki, last bit on Uzumaki, I understand that the entire town is spiraling into madness. It's a slow spiral descent into madness on all fronts. Because in episode 2, I thought we are going to see more of people in the town coming to their senses to the thing that's going on and somebody trying to figure out what to do or break the curse or leave the town. But I see in episode 3, everybody in this town is just with the fucking shenanigans, bro. They're just kind of with the shenanigans. The doctors in the hospital were just unfazed by what's going on. The parents are hearing what's going on. They're kind of unfazed. The police are out here taking out bodies with giant spirals on them. People are just kind of unfazed. But I understand the theme of the show is it's a slow descent into hell. We're just slowly going around the bowl, one revolution at a time, and there's no escaping it. It's a vortex that we're never going to get out of. And to be fair, If that is the theme and that's what they're going with, I fucking love it. If they like it, I love it. I am here for it. I was really hoping that outside of the boyfriend Shinchi, there'd been more people like, this isn't right. What's going on here? But there just wasn't a lot of it. There just really wasn't a lot of it. But I'm okay with it because I understand what's going on now. So, with that being said, we're going to take some callers. Hey, caller number 9 on the hotline. Let's see if we have any calls. You want to call exclamation point Discord so you can get in. If you're listening on Spotify or right now live on the Sauce Maho radio YouTube channel, we're live every Monday night. Come catch us so you get on the calls. So Discord, let's see what we got. Bleach, Blue Lock, and DB. Yeah, so in the end, Uzumaki gives me hives. Stop wearing that spiral shirt. It pisses me off. Bro, Uzumaki very much is an unsettling anime. Uzumaki should have been a live action. Honestly, of all the anime that could have been a good live action, Uzumaki would have been a legit good live action. Mushroom thing was foul. I wanted to burn everything. I would have burnt it all. Burnt it all down, bro. Burnt it all down. Imagine the beautiful CGI. Stop. I like playing with madness. Would have been Will. I'm sure it can be a live action. Probably most of the guy with the spirals poking out of him. Oh, does Uzumaki not make you guys itch? It makes my legs itch. It makes my ass itch. It makes every part of my body just like ugh. Like very it's a very visceral emotion that Uzumaki garners. Now it makes me laugh. It makes me laugh at times. It does make me laugh at times, but there's other times where it does not make me laugh. I saw I caught Leon Dargo scratching their faces. Oh, stop. You're gonna make me start scratching now. We are going to move on to the quest board, aka the announcements and all things that come through that come with it. Text in question. What do you think about the people complaining that Bleach has no fight choreography? That's a spicy one. I highly disagree that Bleach has no fight choreography. I will say, here's what I will say. In this current fight of Ichigo versus the Almighty, no, even Ichigo versus the Almighty had good choreography. It's very much like we've reached the point of this part of Bleach where once Ichigo enters the fight, it's faster than light animation. Like everything is just gonna be beautiful, blast. I disagree with with fight choreography. Definitely is fight choreography. Now, I did see on Twitter that people said they had no sword choreography, like there weren't sword fighting. But in my opinion, I'm like, if you want to see sword fighting, you'd have to go to everything before Thousand Year Blood War. And then even some of the stuff in Thousand Year Blood War, the Almighty versus Captain Yamamoto, it had sword fighting. Like, what are we talking about? Actually, to be fair with you, the only fight that didn't have sword choreography was this fight of Ichigo versus the Almighty. And again, the only reason there was no sword choreography is because we're past swords. We clash, Getsugo Tensei. He calls in his fucking Quincy arrows. Like that's just the point we're at. That's just the point we're at. There's been plenty of sword choreography throughout Bleach. If you want that, go watch Byakuya versus Ichigo. Go watch Kenpachi versus Ichigo. Go watch Ichigo versus Renji Elabarai. Go watch Rukia versus anybody. Go watch Ichigo versus Grimmjow. Matter of fact, I don't even know why we're having this conversation. Every fucking fight in Bleach, except for this Almighty one, had sword choreography. Hard disagree on that. Hard disagree. I think I spelled it right, but it's that unsettling fear of holes and weird shapes and unsettling patterns. Fair. Spiral feet next? Hell no, no spiral feet. I massively disagree that Bleach had no sword choreography. It's nothing but sword choreography right up until this fight. And even in this fight, it was still choreographed well because it's a Quincy versus a Soul Reaper. Why, if you're Quincy, why would you even fight with the sword? They're lucky the Almighty even picks up a sword to swing that shit. But we saw what happened. Once Ichigo started running his ones with the Getsugo Tensei, he's like, yo, fuck all that. I'm dropping arrows on your ass. What are we talking about here? I mean, Byakuya versus Na and Kenpachi versus Kenpachi had amazing sword fighting. Yes, thank you. Thank you. It's a non-issue. I am so sick of anime revisionist history where just because one thing didn't happen recently, they will go back and discredit everything that's happened before that. It's very disingenuous to conversations, and it's very disingenuous to the medium as a whole. Let's not go back and change what the facts are. Bleach has sword choreography throughout the whole damn show. Like literally, look at Ichigo versus Ichigo whenever he's fighting his Bankai. Whenever he's fighting the dude in the Bankai that looks like Almighty, like it's literally not. Anyways, you're gonna don't piss me off. Don't piss me off, okay? Don't piss me off. That's what's gonna happen right now, y'all. To everybody who said Bleach don't got fight choreography. Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god. Stop fucking lying. You already know that's what the fuck you doing, but we're moving on. I think the best thing for Bleach is the story progression right now. No wasted episodes. I agree. Moving on to the next point. Text in, Bamman and Dorsey soulmates? No. No. Not soulmates at all. And Dorsey is too good for him. I'm just going to say it. But I do see she's interested. Moving on to announcements.